Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the boys from Convoy Home Loans, Dustin and Jonathan, or as I sometimes joke, Justin. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So at the end of video number one, so for congratulations on your warehouse line. Congratulations for getting competitive with conventional. I think that is amazing, and that you've brought it to this channel. It's very, very cool. But we wanted to talk about arms. As both of you know, I have a natural reaction to arms. I have 20 years of experience, and I saw arms ultimately destroy people. Now, I will admit that arms today aren't arms of yesteryear. I think that is a fair characterization. There aren't these teaser rates, these balloons, all of those things. But I have scars. I have memories. So I'm not a huge fan. But that's who cares what I think. I think there's a lot of folks out there looking at arms. There's a lot of people where an arm makes sense because their plan is to be in and out for a set period of time. And, I just need to sit back and listen. So talk about what you guys have available in arms, both in duration and rates, and we'll just wrap about that for a little bit.
Okay. I do want to say one thing with our warehouse line, not to interrupt this video, because it applies to these ARM products as well. These products we can only do in the states right now that we're licensed in. Okay. Previously, all of our videos have been all 50 states, but for these products that we just spoke about in the last video with our new warehouse line and for this ARM, we can only do this in Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Texas, Virginia, and Washington. Watching this video and you're not in one of those states, unfortunately, we're working on still going across the rest of the country, but those are the only states that we can help you out with this video.
For this product.
Correct.
But you can help them for other stuff.
Correct. Exactly.
Correct. All right. Okay. Thank you. With that caveat, let's get the fun part. Let's talk about numbers.
All right. So numbers, here's what we got. So I was doing this right before this video. I want to compare everything. And this is just going to be an investment loan. What this was a 25% down investment property. 500K loan amount. Okay. This is using our DSCR pricing. Okay, the 30-year fix is what we're going to use to compare it against. Right now, this is with a 740 FICO, and the debt coverage has to be above 1. If it's not above 1,
different game.
We're not getting this on our warehouse line. We're not touching it. We're putting it somewhere else. So debt coverage has to be above 1. The 30-year fix is at 6% right now.
Okay. Got it.
The new product that we're testing out and some of our investors are going with right now is a 6-month ARM. Okay. And I'm going to compare the 30-year fix to the 6-month ARM, the 5-year ARM. Everybody I'm sure knows, and then the 7-year ARM. So what I did is let's talk about the 6-month ARM. The way the 6-month ARM starts is it's at 3.625.
Shut up.
Yeah. So the first
on an investment property.
Hold
on. You said 3.65?
3.625, yes.
I'm sorry, not 3.6. Yeah. 3.625.
Yep. On an investment property.
All right, but it's 6 months.
It's 6 months. Okay. Right. Here's where the math kicks in and where you want to I've got to run these all the time.
Okay.
So all right. Trying to know what's going on. It's going to start at 3.6, and then in month 7, that's going to be the first adjustment, right?
Right.
Okay. The rate's going to be based on a margin plus an index.
Just of course.
Any ARM product, right? And we can go into that, but essentially it's going to be tied to the SOFR. Okay. So the maximum that it can increase in that first adjustment is going to be 2%. So in month 7, if you're looking at the SOFR or the margin in the index right now, it's going to go to 5.75.
Okay.
In month 7. Okay. And then every other adjustment, and these adjustment periods, because it's a 6-month, it's going to adjust every 6 months. The max it can go after that initial adjustment is 1% higher. Okay. So, and then the maximum over the life of the loan is 5% higher than the starting rate, which is 3.6, right? The starting rate's 3.6.
Okay.
So the highest your rate can ever be is 8.6. It'll never be higher than that. Okay.
Now, so again, okay. You have more to tell me? Because I got lots of questions.
You can start and then we'll
Yeah.
do the math.
Okay. So again, adjustment period is every 6 months. So January, July, January, July, January, July.
Mhm.
Is the adjustment period like the July date, or is it some kind of blended average over the 6 months, or what is that?
Well, it's 6 months from when you started the loan, right?
No, I understand. So,
yeah,
but is it just like the SOFR rate on July 1st, or is it, hey, the average between January 1st and June 30th?
It's the running 30
yeah,
day.
it's the running.
Oh, so the average. Okay. So running 30-day average. Got it. Okay. Makes sense. Second, obviously you've talked about it going up. I'm going to assume it could go down.
Yep.
Correct. But never lower than the starting rate. So if we start at 3.6, never lower than 3.6.
So it will always be between 3.6 and 8.6.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
Always.
All right.
For a 30-year term, right?
Yeah, no, I understand. Yep.
Yeah,
and it's
then
fully, it's not interest only, it's a full payment.
you
so
can
you're-
do interest only on it for 10
Really?
years.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this is the whole, you could do 10 years and then an
Yeah.
amortize. Okay.
Mhm.
So the peak, again, the peak is 8.6. You get one bump of up to 2% the first time, and then 1% thereafter.
Correct.
Correct.
And the same on the way down. Let's say it just collapsed. The max down is 1% as well.
Yep. Up or down.
Okay. So now let's do payment math.
Yeah. So what I ran, because it's a little complicated on an amortization table when you're breaking it apart every 6 months.
Yeah.
But essentially, I wanted to compare it to the safer option, quote unquote, the 30-year fix,
Sure.
right? So
Mhm.
over the first 24 months in the 6-month ARM scenario, we're doing worst case scenario. So what it
Sure.
does, 3.6 for the first 6 months,
5.6, 6.6,
7 to 12.
7.6. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All the way up to 24 months. The amount of interest that you would pay would be basically $1,000 less than the amount of interest you would pay over a 30-year fix during that 24-month period. Now, of
Yeah.
course,
That makes sense.
in the first 6 months, you're basically saving, in terms of, let's see, interest paid, you're saving $6K. In the second 12 months or second 6 months, you're saving $4K.
Yeah.
The
Then you start
third,
paying back. Yeah.
you're paying
Yeah.
more now. The fourth, you're paying more now.
Okay.
So it's a worst case scenario. We don't know what's going to happen, but that's how you have to explain these to clients. Worst case, if that happens.
So let's play this out. So again, because again, I live in a world where I encourage investors to have a plan before they close on your loan. Let's just be honest. If I'm walking into this as one rental at a time and my plan is to own it till I'm dead, I probably take the 30-year fix. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Because that's my plan. But let's be very clear. As we started this video, most investors don't have my plan, and I need to realize that. Many of these folks want to be in and out in under a year, let alone under 2 years. And if that is your plan, maybe you're going to do some fix up, value add, 1030. I mean, who knows what your plans are? But if you could confidently say your plan is to be in and out in 2 years, this makes okay sense. And then again, the worst case scenario, things change and you keep it. I get it. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I think it goes down to the plan for the asset.
It does. And also, I mean, here's the most beautiful part about our new programs is there's no prepayment penalty.
Oh,
Zero.
Okay.
So what that means is for clients that are wanting to kind of play with the market a little bit, right? Have a longer, and again, this is, like you always talk about before, but this is for, people that are more risk tolerant in terms of like time, money, all of that, right? But if they are willing to play with the market a little bit and, they want to in the next 2 years, they plan, oh, maybe I might sell it or maybe I might do something with it. There's no penalty to do that.
Right. No, I think you're right. I think that's, and the other thing, let's be very clear. There's a lot of people, I'm going to go 70% of people think the Fed's going to cut rates next year. I don't happen to believe that, but again, I'm wrong all the time. So again, if you want to play the game, you're going to lock in now at 6%. So that take or 3.6, that takes you to February roughly if you got it done today. Then you got another 6 months, which is going to take you to, what would that be? August. You're a year out. And if you really believe the Fed's whacking, I mean, you might win on both sides. So tell me more about this index that I think you call it the Sophie. I don't know what that one is. What is that?
It is the secured overnight financing rate.
What is the number today? What is it today roughly?
I think yesterday it was
Like
2.27. No,
Like
yesterday it was 2.27. Yeah, for sure.
So again, 2.27, and just you said on top of that is +2.
Plus
Or what's the margin?
The margin is 2.7,
Mar-
2.75.
Depends on what LT.
So there's some variables. So okay, you guys can deal with that.
Yeah.
So again, playing with it today, that takes you to roughly 6, right? 3.6 + 2, so a little bit. Okay, I get it. That's why you cap at 5.6. Got it.
As of right now, 2.20.
And what's the symbol if somebody wanted to look it up? Like all of them have index numbers.
SOFR.
SOFR.
We look at the 30-day because there's, they'll do the 90 and the 120, but
So 30-day SOFR. Okay. All right. So that's the 6 months, which, makes me uncomfortable. But I get the math though, dude. I'm a math guy. So if basically it's the plan for the asset. So now let's talk about the 5-year and 7-year. What do you got there?
So the 5-year, I ran the same comparison. The 5-year is at 5.5%.
Okay, so you're 0.5% lower than the 30.
Yeah, the 7-year is at 5.6.
Oh, so you get an extra 2 years, but you pay a 1/10.
But here's the kicker: the initial adjustment on the 7-year is 5%.
Oh,
It can go as high as 5. Now, will it go 5? We don't know. Right?
don't know. Who knows?
Might not move at all.
Is it on the SOFR again, or is it a different?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, SOFR. Okay, all right.
But on the 5-year, the initial adjustment, the max is 2.
Oh, much
So-
better.
Exactly. Like,
I mean, nobody. Yeah, that's
got to run the numbers. We got to know the property. We got to know the client's goals, and we can crunch it out with them and say what makes the most sense based on what their plans are. Because ARMs, I tell everybody, you need to have a plan.
yes. Before you close.
Exactly. 30-year
Please.
fix, you don't necessarily need a plan because that's going to be the number every single time. You can do it in 1 minute.
Yeah.
ARMs, you got to be very careful. You got to know the plan. Make sure you're running the numbers with somebody like me or John that actually can crunch
Yeah.
by month what it's going to cost you and what the break even is. So,
And just because I know it's out there, is the 10-year the same as the 30-year at this point?
it's a 1/4 point higher.
Yeah, it's
Shut
weird.
up.
Yeah, it's weird.
Don't you ever get a 10-year ARM. If it's above the 30-year fix, that's whack. That's not normal, right? Is that normal? That's not normal.
No, well, I mean, technically, the only thing you get is that come year 11, maybe the rates are really low and your rate can drop below that.
Oh, so because rates could go down. Okay.
But still,
That's crazy. Come
Yeah.
on. We're not doing 10-year ARMs if that's the case. We're doing 30-year money. So again, folks, you clearly, if you're going to do an ARM, you need to have a plan, and you also need to be working with a professional that's willing to ask you questions and kind of crunch the numbers for you. These guys have proven to do it time and time again. How do you want them to reach out?
Email privateclient@convoyhomeloans.com.
I appreciate you guys. And again, if you email privateclient@convoyhomeloans.com, one of these two gentlemen will be dealing with you. Please tell them you came from ORAT. Otherwise, they're going to kick you. You're going to be one of the lowly others. They're going to kick them to their team. If you come from ORAT, one of these two will take care of you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Go ahead.
Real quick. Sorry, one last point. The minimum loan amount is $200,000.
Oh,
So
that's fair.
yeah. So just have to throw that out there math wise. Anything over $200,000 loan amount, and in the States, we're good. We can do this for you.
All right. And if you forgot the list of states are, just email them, tell them your story, see if they can help you out. Guys, thank you very much for all you do. I will admit, that was kind of fun to play with. But as a one rental at a time, own it forever guy, not my cup of tea, but at least I understand it now. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
you got it.
Thanks.